Packers. Who can forget Vince Lombardi, you know, back in the glory years? Not me, boy. Well, anyhow, getting to be that time of year, eh?
Yeah. Horses eat it.
Yeah, I'm a deer hunter, how do you do? I got the deer hunting rapping tale for you. I'm so excited, is my...
Good evening, Pointer Battalion. This is your friendly S2 here with a video safety brief. I know some of you are going to go deer hunting over Thanksgiving and over the holiday break, so here are some 10 commandments of safety with weapons and hunting. Number 1, always keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction, and also firearms should be unloaded when not actually in use. Third commandment, don't rely on your gun's safety. So we've all learned that basic fundamental with handling M4s and M16s. Don't have your finger on the trigger if you don't intend to shoot your weapon. Be sure of your target and what's beyond it. If you hear something in the bush and you think it's a deer, you have to confirm. You need to have positive identification of that deer. You also need to use proper ammunition. If you're shooting a 12 gauge, put 12 gauge ammo in it. That's pretty self-explanatory. If your gun fails to fire when the trigger is pulled, handle with care. That could be dangerous because your gun could go off at any moment at that point, and you want to keep it pointed in a safe direction. Always wear ear and eye protection when shooting. Be sure that the barrel is clear of obstructions before shooting. Sometimes if the barrel is clogged with something and you try to fire your weapon could explode and harm you. Also, don't alter or modify your gun, and make sure you have it serviced regularly. And lastly, you need to learn the mechanical and handling characteristics of the firearm that you're going to use.
But don't clap your hands to the stomping of the feet, cause yeah, he's like me. He can't keep a steady beat, no.
Come on, I guess get with the beat. Hey, you can do it.
I got this great big knife, cause the hunting is my life. It's my chance to drink beer and...
Also, here are some tips on winterizing your car for some winter driving. Tip number 10, keep an emergency kit inside your car. This is really simple to do. Just include things like flashlights, jumper cables, any tools you need for basic car maintenance, and even gloves and hat. Tip number 9, make sure your four-wheel drive works if you have it. Four-wheel drive is really going to help you if the roads are dangerous. Tip number 8, check your car's belts and hoses. This might not be something that everybody can do, so I know Mr. Green is always willing to help with people's cars, or if you're at home, have your normal car provider help you out with that. Number 7, replace windshield wipers and wiper fluid. There's nothing worse than driving down the road and your windshield wipers don't work, because you need to see what's on the road, so make sure you check that. Tip number 6, check your defrosting and heating units. Tip number 5, keep your fuel tank full. This is important because if you run out of fuel and you're out on a country road, you might freeze to death because you can't even heat your own car or move. Tip number 4, put in the right amount of antifreeze. It protects your engine from freezing in the cold weather, and you need to make sure that there's a 50-50 ratio. It's considered the norm and will keep fluids from freezing at temperature as low as 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Check your oil and viscosity, check your battery, and check your tire pressure and consider snow tires.
The 30-point buck.
30-point buck.
30-point buck. 30-point buck. Well, he was 8 foot tall, weighed 12,000 pounds. With every step there was a shaking on the ground. He was so rough.